Hi, I'm James with Kharaa, and I'm here with Hugh Jeremy, the lead carpenter of Natural Selection 2. And we're just going to fly right into it and talk about the game. So, for anybody who hasn't played Natural Selection 2, what is Natural Selection 2?
Natural Selection 2 is a combination between a real-time strategy game and a first-person shooter, which is a roundabout way of saying, hey, if you're playing StarCraft 2, you click on a Marine, tell them to move, they just do it. They have no choice. They're computer controlled, they're AI. In Natural Selection 2, you look down on the battlefield, click on a Marine, tell that Marine to move, and a real human being playing the game with you receives a waypoint saying, your commander has directed you to attack this alien hive.
And there's a lot of variables. Sometimes that Marine is 13 years old. Sometimes he's a pro player, but there's been a lot of, I think ever since, what was it, Renegade, Command and Conquer, there's been a lot of trying to blend the FPS and RTS genre. And I just haven't seen a game do it until Natural Selection 2 came out, and I was totally thrilled. There are still those things, like you can have a commander who has no idea what he's doing. Your team can suck, but it's all part of a better, more fun experience in my opinion. So, now that we've kind of covered that, what are you showing off today at PAX? I know you guys just unveiled the Gorgeous update, so what are we looking at today?
This is the Gorgeous update that is being played out here, which is a free DLC update given to everyone who owns Natural Selection 2, and it comes with the game if you buy the game now, which is actually 50% off this weekend and free to play on Steam this PAX weekend as well. So this is an exciting piece of content. It took the game to, when we launched, we were standing around the office and we had these big whiteboards up, and these whiteboards had all these cool features on them that we hadn't managed to get into the game in October, by October 31st when we released. Gorgeous put a lot of those features in, so it fleshed out the game more. There's things like the Gorge alien can now tunnel across the map to create positions behind enemy lines. There's cool content like that. It fleshes out the game more, and we're going to continue adding to the game like that now. So we've had Gorgeous, we're already working on a still-to-be-named next one.
All right, I have 4 words to respond to that. Railgun exosuit. Is that 3 words? I don't know. Something. That is just my favorite. Like, that took the game from, me playing it to enjoy it to now I play it to get into that thing to just when an alien jumps at you and you just railgun it and it splatters on. Oh, it's so cool. All right, so we're looking at a ton of free content coming in the future, I think, we can assume.
Absolutely.
So I guess my next question is, this has been a smash hit. I think it's done tremendously well on Steam.
It's very kind of you.
What's the next step for Unknown Worlds?
It's a very tricky question. We're a very open developer, and we openly discuss that question with our community of players. Do we develop another game? Do we continue developing this game as we are right now, just constant free updates? It's very much going to be determined by what the wider gaming community does. If people continue to buy Natural Selection 2, we're going to continue updating it for free constantly into the future because it's paying for the development. We can keep the lights on, we can keep ourselves fed, etc. And if sales fall away, and we have done quite well, we're quite happy. Of course, we always want to get more people playing the game. If it fails away, then maybe Unknown World says, all right, it's time for a new product. What can we do? So, but if you want to participate in that discussion and even talk to us directly, you can on our forums. We actually answer that kind of question, and it's a really cool discussion to have. What do you do as a game developer once your game is out there? What's next?
How big is your team?
There are 9 people in San Francisco. We have about, which is our primary office, we have about 6 or 7 off-site people that work for a mixture of full-time and part-time, so we're a very small team. And it's really exciting to have created a game like this because it's given us the flexibility, like a big game like this, to really look into the future with excitement and optimism. What can we create next? What kind of experience do gamers want, and how can we give it to them?
Yep. And it's very cool because one of the guys and gals watching this video can go post on the forums. One of the guys who can answer it might be the lead level designer, might be lead mechanics designer. It's really cool to have such a small team, but such a tremendous product. So, I guess maybe for the hardcore fans out there who are really like, ask this question, I know you want to. Here comes hardball, but okay, it's just going to be okay. All right.
Let's do this.
So, I think one of the weaker elements of the game is the social structure, and from personal experience, jumping in and playing with a friend when it happens, oh, it's magical. It's great. He's your wingman. He's watching your back, but it can be very difficult to, number one, find a server that you can both join because they're both on the cusp of full, and when you do, if one of you joins the Marines, chances are the other one is going to have to join aliens. So I'm sure you guys have been brainstorming ways to get around that, but has anything come to mind that jumps out at you?
You are so very right, and everything you've said is correct. a game cannot be perfect, and that is absolutely the weakness of ours. We feel we have a great experience for people to have. The feeling of being led and leading against all odds, against an alien team, down the mine shaft and destroying their hive is a fantastic experience, but that doesn't matter if you can't get there. And as we grow Natural Selection 2 in the future, again with these free updates, that is one of the things we want to address. And we want to have a system in the game that allows you to matchmake. So I will play against people with similar skills to me, that allows you to create tournaments, cast those tournaments, be part of those tournaments, win prizes, all of that kind of stuff. It's in progress. We actually have systems diagrams of how we would like that thing to look. We just have to build it. And again, just like Gorgeous added a lot of content we wanted on October 31st last year for launch, the next one and the one after that will add more content, and that is very much actively being worked on.
That's awesome, Hugh. All right, so for anybody who's watching this and is unsure, you got to try it. It's half off, and it's a free weekend. You can play as Marines like me, but then if you play as the aliens, it's a totally different game altogether. It's weird how different it is, but man, is it fun. So, Hugh, thank you very much.
Thank you, James. It's been an absolute
Cheers.
pleasure.
This has been James with Curse, and this video is brought to you by Alien.